This man poured boiling water on his boss's leg just to test if he was really disabled. When he was arrested for speeding, he even made him pretend to be a seriously ill person, so he could legally speed on the road. In addition to that, he always pranked his boss. He shaved his boss like this, and like this. He never treated his boss like a human being. However, his boss not only didn't fire him, but also paid him a salary many times higher than normal people. This is a true story. Man George was originally a billionaire, but he was disabled for life in an accident. He had no choice but to hire a caregiver to take care of him. When everyone heard that the tycoon was paying a lot of money for an escort, a lot of people showed up, but the boss was only interested in Chris, who had just completed his prison sentence. It turned out that only this insolent guy was truthful enough. He was the only one who didn't treat his boss like a disabled person. Not only did he mock George's clothes, but also he said that he didn't have a good sense of humor, and even flirted with the boss's secretary. His honesty made George feel very relaxed and decided to hire him. However, his first day on the job is full of ups and downs. As the nanny explains the do's and don'ts, Chris has already fallen asleep. As he lifts George into the wheelchair, he almost makes him fall on the floor. He even uses foot cream when he shampoos his boss's hair. And what is even more unacceptable to him is that he has to defecate George by hand. He is faced with such a disgusting job that he wants to give it up, but he chose to stick it out for his family. He wouldn't let George ride in a handicapped accessible car. The next moment he put him in a sports car. He even took his boss for a ride. In his eyes, George had never been his boss. In addition to playing and joking around, he also beat his boss like a snowman. All of this was something George had never experienced before he was paralyzed. Suddenly, one night, George's wailing came out of his beeper. He rushed to Phillips's bedside. It turned out that it was a side effect of the medication that was causing George to be in pain. To make George feel better, Chris took him out to get some fresh air. It was a peaceful Paris at 4 o'clock in the morning. George also revealed his heart to him. George used to have a beautiful wife. The two of them were in love with each other, but in a parachute jump, he lost his wife for good. He was also permanently paralyzed. To him, the real pain was not about the disability of the body. It was about the loss of his wife. If it wasn't for his daughter, he would have given up on the treatment. And so the two talked all night. The next day, in a conversation with the housekeeper, Chris was surprised to learn that George had a pen pal. However, when the relationship should have continued, George chose to break off contact because of his low self-esteem. However, Darius didn't care. He found a phone number and dialed it right away.